In this video, Bimostitch, how to make the perfect panorama on mobile. Here's one I've done earlier of a windmill. Watch carefully as it transitions into more of a publication style art book and then transitions back again. So if you're not sure or brand new to panorama stitching, what it means in this way is that I've taken 3 photographs of a windmill, the left one, the middle one and the right one, where a windmill of course is a very big thing to stand very close to and you can't get the wide enough angle. So panorama stitching is quite useful. Bimostitch or Bimostitch is a panorama stitcher, and the pro level I've purchased it on the 15th of September 2020 for £2.79 UK, which is an incredible purchase. And as it says in the Play Store blurb, we have a robust stitching on mobile. Totally believe it. Let me just talk through some of the features here. So number one in a 3-step process is the app settings, and I'll go through these exactly. Notice I'm using quite a large yellow mouse pointer, which is a Chrome extension, not inside Google Slides. So what we've got is the app settings use auto crop, as I will show you, and also I'm using auto straighten. It's trustworthy and it's really good and it saves you a lot of time. You can pick or take the photos. Please use manual exposure if at all possible on your camera, because if you don't, and I'll show you an example, it goes horribly wrong. The colours go all wrong. And you can play back the panoramas in the app or Google Photos that I use. So in the main screen app, when you open it up, these of course, panorama number 46 is the one I've done very recently, just yesterday, and you click at the top here to either open the images already saved on your phone or to take a real life photo straight away. I usually just take the pictures and then use this version, and then I pick with either Google Photos or the system picker. Those are the ones that I use. I've never actually used picture mode or video mode as such in this app because I prefer to do it this way. I'm just telling you personal experience. So in all of the settings, and you can pause this video if you wish and just have a quick look to see what you think might be the right settings if you're going wrong. I use blending as on and everything. Rectangular projection I'm using. I've noticed that the app is actually giving an auto detect one there. I don't know if that's by standard equi-rectangular or I've changed it by accident. Anyway, auto straighten is on, auto crop, auto exposure balancing and auto color balancing. I've got my exposure balancing strength at 50 and maximum output of the megapixels is 66. I think I'm well below that, about half I think. JPEGs, you can see, I won't go through all of these. I've put notifications as on, but when it actually stitches there are quite a lot, maybe about 3 or 4 audible alerts. I've turned those off in the actual settings of the Android phone, only because they were, I think it was just a bit overkill that I was getting 4 bing bing or whatever, you know, the situation is. Sampling, frame overlaps, and notice I'm not auto deleting after I've made it. And seam quality is high, which is slightly slow. I've only just changed that one today because I've noticed it. So let's move on a bit. So what you'll notice if you're brand new to panoramas is I've stood around in the local park stroke museum and I've taken 38, maybe 39 images. 13 of them are in the midline here, so in the middle. So in other words, what you'll notice if you're new to panorama stitching, I've done a full 360 and you will notice that the midline here is it's stitched. So I've got, 13 or so in the middle, top and bottom. Now I've done this on a automatic Motorola camera setting. You can see that it's absolutely horrendous in that when it's stitched, it's not the app's fault here, it's my fault, is that because there was a strong sun, it's very dark, very light, and it's just horrendous. But that is one to show you how bad this can go. Again, not the fault of the app. You can see that this top one here with the sun, the automatic exposure has brought this to be very dark, and when you're away from the sun it changes. So that's why choose manual if you can. When you've got something finished in the app, you can view it flat like this with all those horrendous colours. Again, bad examples you can learn from. And then you can see that it's using the gyroscope and stuff. And on the right, I've had to invert this, 90 degrees, just to show that you can have a virtual reality viewer if you wish. Then, nearly finishing this video, I've done 46 panoramas so far. A lot of them are just in the forest and trees where I'm so too close to a tree or a building or a windmill that I'm literally coming along to actually see the beauty of something. And as one endpoint video here, what we've got is 2 pictures yesterday in the mist in a local forest, where one picture is not getting the top, and I just want some forest floor here, and the top one just shows this beautiful way the tree is just going up to the heavens in the mist. Stitched just 2 images together is the right image, and then when it could almost be like an artistic publication level, I've used some colour grading and some auto styles inside Photo Director, the app, I believe. And that is it for a lovely shout out for Bimostitch, and this of course on screen is me.